So Arthur's here, Excalibur Arthur, and we had leaks that he was going to be the festival unit, but it turned out that he wasn't. And of course, he's just a regular banner character. If you want to see my summons, I actually should change the image there. I'll have my summons recommended at the end of this video. By the way, if you're new, I would recommend subscribing, just in case you want to keep up with the Grand Cross content. But in any case, this Arthur is interesting. He's definitely decent, but he's definitely a skip banner for most people. He's a regular banner character, and his banner kind of sucks. He will be in Part 3 banner for sure, whenever Part 3 banner comes out. So he's not an exclusive in any shape or form. And just, in general, I think it's kind of a worthy skip. But why do I say that? Well, he is good, but he does need new cosmetics. So again, you gotta invest in new cosmetics. I haven't upgraded any of them. And his stats are pretty bad. So the crit resistance is very good. 84% crit resistance is amazing. And the lifesteal, 25% lifesteal, is really, really good. What I don't like is the resistance. So 42% resistance, 31.5% pierce, and 47% crit chance. I would be less fine with. Actually, does he have 42? Because I have gear. I am giving him... Okay, this is some crit resistance. It's okay. I am giving him UR gear. I'm working on it. But he is a tank character, and he doesn't have the most resistance. I don't mind not having the highest attack stats, right? Because he's a tank character, but I feel like even still, I should have had more resistance. I do like that he does tank crits better though, because of the high crit resistance. He has an AoE card that ignores defense, same one as Lost Veins AoE. His tank card is almost the same as Alione's, except for the fact that he's overall just much better, because he does take off an orb from the enemy on level 1 and 2, and then on level 3 it takes off 2 orbs from the enemy, and also lasts for 2 turns. Actually, level 2 or lasts for 2 turns, so it's a very good taunt card. It reduces damage by 30, 45, 75%. And then his ultimate is, I forgot exactly the name, Detonate, which is okay. His passive is the most interesting thing, of course. If your whole team that's in the front, the back doesn't matter, the front is humans, and he is there, he has to be in the front as well, increases HP by max HP by 30% of all allies, and increases damage dealt by 20%. Now the damage dealt part isn't the biggest deal, but of course it helps. So the biggest thing for him is that you gotta be using him. You don't have to, but you want to be using him with your full human team. You don't have to, because I think by himself with no passive, this tank card is good. So there's that. But he definitely wants to be in a human team. I think he looks sick, by the way. Everything about this character looks amazing. His attack animations, his ultimate, his taunt card looks amazing. So we're going to be trying out. This is a team that Speedy came up with, he told me. He said that this might be the best team for him. It might, we don't know. People might find out, you know, better teams for him, but for now this is a team that I'm going to use here because it works. But keep in mind that 20% extra damage is nice, but it will not, and I mean will not, replace Green Golfer. Green Golfer is just the best support for damage, and there's not even like a second, there is a second place, but like, you know what I mean, like he's far and away the best. So I'm using Kyo. Kyo is going to ignite the enemies every turn, and if you don't have Kyo, I'll have teams in the near future using this Arthur without Kyo. But for now, Kyo will ignite the enemies, and Zeldris in the back. Oh, he's using Zeldris coming in, okay. Zeldris in the back there is actually buffing my allies' stats by for each debuff the enemy has. So for each debuff, he buffs 2%. So you saw the damage right there. The damage is not the greatest, but it's decent. It's good enough. And so, if my enemy here, for example, does like a Meliodas attack with an AoE to get ultimate gauge, he will lose ultimate gauge upon attacking, which I think is pretty nice. That's probably his best feature. Look at that. He pairs the attacks. It's so cool. Again, everything about this unit looks amazing. He lost ultimate gauge, which is unfortunate. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna move the Escrow card. See, increasing his own stats and with the extra damage from Kyo, he did actually pretty good damage on Assault Melee. So I'm gonna go take a look at Escanor's stats next turn. We're gonna see how much HP he has. I definitely also, yeah, with the Kyo damage reduction, I definitely also, yeah, the Kyo damage reduction hits. Wanna try it on PvP, right? So his max HP, 200k max HP. Damn. 200k max HP in ungeared! Ungeared! This is not geared. So ungeared, 200k max HP. Not the current HP, because he took some damage, right? But max HP of 200,000 in ungeared. It's very good. That's combined effort, of course. Escanor's passive increased it by 18%. Arthur's increased by 30. And then, of course, Zeldris increased by 20. So, combined effort of everyone, but regardless, 200k HP is pretty good for ungeared. So, yeah. Should you sell for Arthur? I don't think so. I think it's best to save. We're gonna have the anniversary on JP in 2 or 3 weeks from now. So, saving your gems is the best, best way to go about it. And I think Arthur might be on the banner. Just might, you know? So there's that. Okay, we have the damage reduction from the card, and we're going to be having, you know, the stats. So I'm hoping that he's going to be able to tank Escanor perfectly there. One thing as well is you can't use Goddess Liz, right? So I tried some teams on stream. I streamed earlier, again, it's the video on the top left right there. I did try, the first team I tried was the one people most want to see, 11 and Gem. It worked decent. Just, I don't know, I felt like with 11 you're much better off using a rank up than using like an extra little bit of damage, like 20% damage. I feel like the rank up to increase the card's real potential is much better, but it was a decent team for sure. I tried with Roxy, and it might have worked best if not for the fact that I only faced Assault Melees. Assault Melees are plaguing ungeared PvP, right? So there's that. Definitely wasn't very good to face Assault Melee, but I'm going to revisit that. I'm going to try Roxy again, and I definitely want to try just, you know, all sorts of units. Again, the one thing that's mostly going to bring him down is the fact that you're very restrained to those humans, but even still, there are so many humans, you know? So many human characters in the game. Okay, we're gonna do this. It should double kill, right? So many ignites. Oh my god. Really? So many ignites. Didn't double kill. Unlucky. Gonna lose my ultimate here. That's okay. I have the, you know, damage reduction with Arthur, so he shouldn't take the most damage. Especially, you know, he's definitely going to take a follow-up. Well, he's already selling Vascular. Let me see the damage here. Yeah, that's a lot. That's definitely a lot. 91,000. Is that a level 2 card? I think so. 91,000 is a lot. Escanor had full passive, so he didn't have any Kyo debuffs anymore. I think the Kyo debuffs really helped him tank before, right? So yeah, losing the Kyo debuffs was rough for Zeldris there. See, I think he's good. I like him, but you know, definitely has his limitations. Tank-wise, of course, I feel like, you know, DM is just like an absurd tank, right? So I feel like in that scenario, if you're not running a full human team, you're definitely going to be in a situation where you're going to be like, well, maybe I should just run DN. DN is just an absurdly good tank. Her taunt lasts for 3 turns. Everything like that, right? Yeah, goodbye, Kyo. When, you know, Arthur, his taunt is good. But the level 1 lasts for 1 turn. Level 2 lasts for 2 turns is just good. But I don't know. You saw how much damage it took, right? 91k. Full cosmetics. Not upgraded, but still full cosmetics. Some, you know, Kyo stacks in there to increase his defense as well. It's just that resistance is very low. The resistance part of his passive is something that really, you know, triggers me kind of. Green Golfer. That's the power of Green Golfer. Like, look at how much Escalar is doing. It's the power of Green Golfer. Like, your units do absurd damage because of him. You can't do that with Arthur. They got an interesting assault melee team here. So yeah, all in all, I think Arthur is decent, but nothing you should be going wild for summoning, you know what I mean? Might have dodge food. No? Okay. If he attacks Arthur, he's gonna lose ultimate gauge. Arthur ultimate looks good right here. Or an Escalar ultimate. I could go for either, honestly. I mean, he... Okay, he didn't taunt with, you know... The Escalar is looking... Escalar ultimate is looking mighty good right here, I'm not gonna lie. Just, with all those ignites, you know, each ignite reduces damage that the enemy does. So, you know, plus the amount of stats I have, no way in hell he can kill Escalar. He's gonna go for it. He just didn't even try going for it. And I had a minor stroke saying that for whatever reason. He didn't even try going for it. Let's play one more. And I think we're done for now. I'll be back. I'll give him the war gear. Do all that stuff. For sure. Oh. Let me just look for someone else. Oh yeah, I didn't play his ultimate yet, have I? This is ultimate. Phenomenal ultimate. Alright, let's see. Even if it's like, you know, just a 2-second animation, it's still pretty cool. The whole animation is much better, of course, but like... just what you can see is really nice. Is that attack? Is that red? It's a red Golfer. Red Golfer is a little bit of an issue for me. Because attack ceiling really destroys me here. But... let's see what happens. If he's smart, he's gonna attack seal me. Straight up. If he's smart, he's gonna go for the attack seal. Stun? He's gonna forget his ultimate. See, yeah. Not having Goddess Liz is unfortunate. Sometimes. She's gonna lose the ultimate gauge. You dummy. You dummy. No ultimate gauge for you. You dummy. Can I? There's no way I kill Golfer. Yeah, this is doing enough damage. Where the ult? What are the odds he doesn't have a stun, huh? You dummy. Lost the ultimate gauge. You little dum-dum. I mean, he probably doesn't know. Like, the unit just came out. Stun probably? No. Attacks you? There's no way I kill Goddess Liz, right? There's just no way I kill Goddess Liz, right? No way. I don't think, because the effect doesn't work. Yeah, the effect doesn't work. Actually, I'm gonna try. I should have just gone for the Golfer. So close. If the effect worked, it would have killed. But, you know, Goddess Liz disables the effect from cards. Yeah, attack ceiling really cocks me. Because now I can't even use Kyo cards anymore. Yeah. So, you know, humans don't have any counter to attack ceiling really. If you just run a human team, you get attacks you, they're pretty much lost. I mean, unless you're using like multiple debuff units, right? But the units that you mostly want, like, you know, 11, I guess Jim can stun, but 11, Roxy, they are gonna have just full attack cards basically. So if someone attacks you, you're screwed. Next turn, would be nice getting another counter card, so I can kind of protect myself from Merlin. Like all this time, right? I'm sitting kind of good here. He's gonna go for another go for Ultimate Zihi. He didn't, thankfully. Because I don't think... How much damage is it gonna do to... The damage reduction from Kyo is huge. I'm not saying Kyo is carrying here, but he's doing something. Cards are gonna combine. I'm gonna waste the Escaner card just for space. What are the odds he doesn't have 2 stuns, huh? Tell me. Level 3 shit. I might as well just quit. Like, what's the point? I could cut this match and pull like a good one, but I won't. I really could just cut this match and only put good matches in Champ 5, but I feel like nah. This is what happens when you use Arthur. You just lack utility, because he doesn't have much other than, stance. But he's good. He's definitely good.